There's something that happened recently. Few hours ago, there's something that happened. A particular Oyibo, his name is Mike Arnold. I didn't want to mention this man's name before. Let me mention it. Reno Mokri brought this Mike Arnold so that he can come and help them push the propaganda that there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. I told you before that Oyibo propaganda, you know Sabi propaganda reach Oyibo. You know Sabi propaganda reach Oyibo. I tell you, you see, this thing Nigeria is getting into, this particular fight they are getting into with the United States, my brother, we should get ready. I love the way Southern politicians are uniting behind Tinubu. We should get ready for the wars. You see, two truths can coexist. This man sent Reno Mokri to the cleaners. In fact, I read what this man said about Reno Mokri. Reno Mokri go outside the country, go bring somebody to push a propaganda that there's no Christian genocide. He came before the media, probably their friends and everything. The man even left the Christian genocide, started attacking Reno Mokri personally. If you are on social media, you know what is going on. The man sent Reno Mokri. Reno Mokri is a propagandist, a high propagandist. But Reno Mokri has been silent ever since, after the man disgraced him, calling him a pathological liar. Look at what he said about Reno Mokri. Okay, this is the story. The man said he had visited IDP camps and everything. They have confirmed this and that, blah, 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 blah. They now came to address the media. So Reno Mokri was thinking he would join him and push the propaganda that, okay, Oyibo don't come, he's a politician. The man confirmed before the media that Reno Mokri is lying. In the past 30 years, I've not gotten involved in politics. He cleared the public all the lies that Reno Mokri has been telling the media. Lies. A pastor, someone who calls himself a pastor. The man cleared the lies. It is a 29-minute video. He cleared the lies. Look at what he said. Just listen to his explanation. Let's start with this. This is what hypocrisy looks like. Under Buhari, Reno Mokri called Christian genocide. Under Tinubu, he called it a hoax. While all international watchdogs say it is worse. That is the man addressing Reno Mokri. Just listen to his explanation. This is what a sociopathic narcissist sounds like. Hey God. Tinubu's slimy court jester, the emasculated preening peacock Omokri, continually spews manure from his mouth to hide the blood of martyrs. If he does not repent, Reno Mokri will live in infamy as the Joseph Goebbels of the Nigerian Christian genocide, while his soul rots in hell for crime against humanity. This is not the real clean. I told you, and I've said it, I've understood these Oyibo people. The man might be pushing a propaganda for the United States, because all these things where United States, they're interested in Nigeria. Whatever Tinubu or the APC government is trying to, whatever thing they are trying to cook up, maybe they are using Reno Mokri to try to wash down the Christian genocide. This one, they don't shoot themselves for leg. They don't understand the kind of propaganda, the kind of people where the US and the West, the kind of people where them be. So they should go and get prepared. They should go and get prepared now. One of their greatest tools, their greatest attackers, has been destroyed. Since then, since this man exposed Mokri as a liar, as somebody who... wait till he talk now. Hey God. There's a particular statement he used for Reno Mokri. That statement is actually killing me. That destroyed Reno Mokri of all people, propagandist of all people. It destroyed Reno Mokri. Since then, Reno Mokri has been avoiding the issue of Christian genocide. Though. Unlike before, he could tweet Christian genocide, this and that. Since then, after this young man destroyed the propaganda of Renomokri, maybe the Nigerian government and Renomokri has been avoiding the context, the issue of Christian genocide. So what we have on our hands, it is not ordinary. I'm not even concerned about the Renomokri. That's not my business. I understand the kind of person he is. Maybe Nigerians don't understand the kind of person he is. These Oyibo have opened our eyes to the kind of person he is. But the same Oyibo man, Mr. Oyibo man, we know how you people play. We know how you people play. We know that the same way the Nigerian government, the US government is pushing, let us help Nigerians. Yes, Christians are being killed or whatever it is, genocide. The man explained genocide. Say, let us explain what genocide is to kill people, like massively kill people, either a part or a whole, either a religious body, person, group of people, or a tribe. So the killings of Christians, part, you see how the guy finished Renomokri. But we know what the intention of the United States coming into Nigeria. Anybody that can raise alarm, if you see them. You see Tinubu down, he talks, say, international criminal. Anybody that's come to steal our resources now, will brand them international criminals, because we know that this pushing of genocide or Christian genocide, we know how they are going through the back and coming. We know where they are following through. So it is propaganda for propaganda. Not how propaganda no reach. They don't even get what they know. They are not in power now. So which propaganda they want push? It is the APC Tinubu propaganda that can really try. But this one, they have defeated. Hey, Nigerians have started hitting Renomokri now. The guy cannot even. The guy. He has. You know, there's something he does. Reno Nugget. Advice on inspirational. He has gone back to his inspirational quotes. He has gone back. This is what Western propaganda can do. I've told Nigerians, the biggest problems we are facing, you are seeing it in real time. You can see what the West can do. We thought that Renomokri can speak English. If you see the kind of English where this man composed for Renomokri, you go think, say, Oyibo knows about English. You use the English, if you are reading it, you go to shake it for Renomokri. You go to shake it if you are reading it. I'm not trying to bring out Renomokri. I'm trying to tell you that the West, when it comes to this propaganda, they are top notch. That's the point I'm trying to prove. They go teach you propaganda. The West go do you propaganda. Say you go to surprise. Say, is my name Christian? You go to shock. Say, is my name Christian? See what they are doing to Venezuela now. What they have done to almost 50 countries. They have tried to bring down democracies of almost 50 countries. Why? Because they were interested in a particular thing, and they had to find a way to go for it. Not that the countries look for their trouble, or they even set trap for you. If they set trap for you, however, that trap, you fall their trap, they can't look for excuse to invade your country. Venezuela is actually begging the US, please don't cut ties with us, because they know that if they cut ties with US will now find a legitimacy to start. If they want to invade Nigeria today, if US want to invade Nigeria today, what will they do? Trump will go to UN. They will organize a UN meeting. And they will say, we want to do this in Nigeria. There's Christian genocide in Nigeria. We are taking actions. Who support? If like make all the countries of the world say no, US, they go veto them because now them be UN. After that statement from Trump, they go enter Nigeria straight. Like, the way they want to enter Nigeria, it's depending on them. You cannot stop the United States. United States that is declaring the president of a country wanted, putting bounty on his head, a president of a country. United States, they put bounty on it. What is his crime? Allegations of maybe his country is bringing in drugs and everything. He supports Palestine against US and everything, blah, blah, blah. He's talking too much. That is why they are putting a bounty on the president. Why Syria president, who they put a bounty on his head, that beheaded people's head, though, a terrorist, an Al-Qaeda terrorist, that they put a bounty, they declared wanted, US declared wanted. They are shaking hands with the same Syria president. US journalists, they are having conversations with him on democracy. The Syria is even killing some Christians in Syria, committing genocide on Christians in Syria. They are still shaking hands. The same US. It tells you a lot of politics that is going on in the world today. So that particular statement from Shetima, it has started another blown war. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a lot on his hands. But the needful is that he should unite Southern Nigeria. After he has finished uniting Southern Nigeria, then everybody can come together and start making a statement. I repeat, everybody can come together and start making a statement. This is my advice to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or whatever, to this propaganda. The president should not relent in making sure that he brings those perpetrators to justice. They know them. Nobody. Jonathan told us that Boko Haram is in his government. How did he know? They know them, but they cannot catch them because there are procedures. There are things that they will have. There are things that they have, like, there are protocols to even casting them in the first place. But the president, so that this calamity will not come upon the Nigerian state, the US will not bring the calamity upon the Nigerian state. It is high time you start exposing those guys and you bring them to book. Expose those guys. Use your judicial system. You know that the Nigerian system is not even designed for even justice, fairness, and equity. That's the problem. I told you that this system is a big problem. If you have a justice system that everybody is equal before the law, my brother, it will be easier for the president to even run this arrest and whatever, exposure on the sponsors of Boko Haram. The problem is the sponsors, not the foot soldiers. Nigerians are so poor. There are so much almajiri available in the northern part of Nigeria. It is when you have money that you can see almajiri say they want to go and become bandits, get gun, AK-47. You know what it is? There's a video we saw. These bandits or terrorists, that's the name we are supposed to call them. These terrorists, they reach back like 200 for peace deal. 200 bikes, 2-3 people in a bike for peace deals in a particular place. How much be one bike now? 1.something million. Let's say 200 bikes, 200 million. They will use fuel and everything. 3 people on a bike. AK-47, how much? I don't really know how much. Maybe it's in millions. They will have the AK-47, have bullets. And these guys are moving. 500 million is moving. Like, 500 million is moving from one place to another. And you know what it takes for 500 million to move from one place to another? These guys will eat, we have supplies, we will do everything. This is how sophisticated this insecurity is. If the system can bring these people to book, that is why I've told you that, see, under this system, it will be difficult for a president to even fix insecurity. The only thing is to make sure that restructuring happens. If Nigeria is restructured, it will be easier for you to deal with insecurity. But with this system, you go there. That's all Baba generals with different ranks will come. They do meeting. They talk up and down, say, we have been doing this. This is how we do this. At the end of the day, you see things getting worse. You'll be asking a question. Why is it that we cannot stop insecurity? This is the reason. Because you have not restructured the system. You cannot get justice. I tell you, no president, I will state, even let the person be general, with this system we are having, no president can stop insecurity. So that's what Tinubu can do. Bring these people to justice. Make sure that you put them. But you know, say it will be hard for you to put these people to justice because all of them are the same criminal, all of them be. You know why criminals don't catch themselves? Because they know their secret. I know your secret, you know my secret. This and that, everything. That's what is going on. I pity Northern Nigeria once again. I pity Northern Nigeria. Now they are debate. Now they are the spoil of the West. The West is coming to. I've pointed out this what they are looking for is rare earth. Rare earth is used in the production of missiles, weapons, and all this nuclear, whatever it is. Rare earth metal, rare earth properties is very essential for any world power. And China is controlling the rare earth markets. In fact, they refine 90% of rare earth. So if US is going to have any form of control, they need to go to a place whereby they can enter their place and bully them and start stealing their rare earth, because the US does not have that quantity that it needs to sustain itself as world power. I hope you are hearing me. The reasons why the US, they are invading Nigeria, they are trying to look for a way to enter Nigeria, is because of this rare earth of a thing. Because there's no country that US has invaded that you not point one of a particular thing they are gaining. Even in Afghanistan, they had to gain a lot from Afghanistan. Before they left Afghanistan, what they benefited from Afghanistan is much more than the weapons they left for them. Who knows whether they intentionally left those weapons so that they can use it and start for themselves. Maybe that was the agreement. They left those weapons. Just like that, Afghanistan, they pursue a mighty US. When we say the US won't ground that guy, they go ground them. You see, my brother, geopolitics is bad. It is. So, whatever the president is doing now, pushing back, let's just be praying for the APC. This system must be restructured. That is what it is, the most important thing. I'm not even going to envy the president because of this international pressure. You go get ACB for Ramo. You go get ACB. It be like say now this international pressure now it go come be the greatest opposition to Tinubu come 2027. It go be like saying that this international pressure. This way not Nigeria don't they call say we want military, let military do this, let military do that. I don't mind if military. That's what the Northerners are saying. Let's look at what this guy said. His name is the Hammer. He says, I won't mind if military would take over and make the following changes in our laws. Military. Northern Nigeria talk about military. You can see how they are changing the narratives. Media is a powerful tool. You can see how the US can change the narrative. US don't come into Nigeria, don't destroy one of the greatest propagandists. Your best men, they don't use ordinary person, destroy him, finish him, pata. Who else? Is it, let me not even call names. All these APC guys, now the same thing all of them be twisting whatever they can twist. If they lie for you here, and if they lie for you here, my brother, you self go run away. They can twist things. Okay? Now, we are praying for military to enter northern Nigeria. Let them make elections completely electronic. Because that is what they see Tinubu government is not a sincere government. It's not a free and fair. It's a government that will not assure you free and fair elections. That is the mindset they have for a Tinubu system of governance. Make local government completely independent of states. Completely ban the campaign if you do. You see, Northern Nigeria, they are wishing for a military regime because they are not in power. Like I told you, see, Nigeria's biggest problem is either they are the Fulani and external influence. Fulani controlled and led Northern Nigeria. These are the problems we have in Nigeria today. The Fulani and external influence. Because if US is going to invade Nigeria, they will always want to look for a willing tool. And that willing tool they are going to use to enter the country. And some Northerners are willing tools. They are waiting. You'll be shocked that even some Northern military officers maybe I want to make themselves available because now black man, make themselves available to destabilize the government. If Northern officers can be supplying Boko Haram weapon, what can they not do? Or if the Nigerian military, some Nigerian military officers can be supplying weapon, what can they not do? Look at what happened with Thomas Sankara. His closest ally and his friend was used to betray him, to destroy him. Oyibo from far place come into your house, use your own brother to kill you, to enslave your people. What did they offer the brother? The mind of a black man. So as it stands, see, I don't laugh since morning over this Renomokri issue. I don't laugh this morning. I don't know if this guy can recover from the kind of knockout this Arnold whatever gave to him. I don't know. I don't ever think this guy can recover from it. Nigerians are even happy that this is happening to Renomokri because Tinubu, Wike, Renomokri, somebody like Erufai. Nigerians don't like these people. Nigerians don't like these people. So even though the US, they are using Renomokri to achieve their aim, although Renomokri is on the receiving end, Nigerians should be sharp enough to know that two truths can coexist. We know that what you said about democracy is true, but we also know that you have an intention. You, Mr. Arnold, and your people, you have an intention. I saw a post you advising Tinubu what to do. But we know you have an intention. You never meant well. These Oyibo people never meant well for the African country. We have seen what your government has been doing to other democracies. We have seen it live and direct. So we know that you never meant well for the Nigerian people. And you know that this democracy you introduced to Nigerians, to Africa, is the tool you are using to control them. All of a sudden, you open account 2024, Mr. Arnold. 2024, you open account. And that account, you have started becoming someone who loves Nigeria so much, and you have traveled to so many places, and you have done a lot of extensive. Maybe you are the right candidate they are going to use for this propaganda. See, every other Nigerian might be foolish not to see the handwriting on the wall. Me, I'm not saying I'm too much or whatever it is, but I know that Africans will always solve their problems. Oyibo people cannot solve our problems for us. They have tried and tried. Every time they tried, they put us in a worse and worse dire situation, like in a worse situation. So it is better for us now to start looking for ways to solve our problems. So Oyibo people, leave us alone. We know that you are coming for whatever it is. In your report, Mr. Mike Arnold, you said these Boko Haram people, the reasons is radical Islamization. And number two is so that they can be able to steal resources. And we have reports whereby they have a foreign backing. So if they steal these resources, who do they sell them to? Is it Africa? These resources they are stealing, is it not the same Oyibo people that they will sell them in a cheapest way? Yes. That is the same government. The US government is the same government we are talking about. Yes, that's what we're talking about. If they steal the resources through the Boko Haram and insecurity or Christian genocide, who do they sell them to? Is it me they sell them to? Do I have what it takes? Or does African countries have what it takes to start refining those, those resources? So who profits from the insecurity, the Christian genocide? The terrorists and the people that buy those things they steal from the lands alike. All of them are the ones benefiting from the carnage, the Christian genocide. So we know the truth. So don't come and start trying to tell us the truth that we already know. May God help Nigerians.